Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Mic here in our MusicTown studios on the second floor of Hockeytown, downtown Detroit. Thanks for tuning in. Do appreciate that. And as I do every week, I bring in a local artist, and this time, a very young local artist. Welcome, Aspen Jacobsen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Love that. Thank you. Oh, thanks for coming in. Which I was thinking this morning, do you have to take off school to come in here today?
Well, I did, but
Okay.
I already got all my work figured out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought, well, maybe she's homeschooled. That's what I wasn't sure. But okay. Well, thanks to your teachers for letting you out today and to stop by and visit with us and play some music. So welcome. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. First of all, I love your name, Aspen. I've never heard, a first name of Aspen. Was there a meaning behind that name or something? Or
Well, my parents are really big on nature.
Okay.
And my dad loves to hike, and he takes me out hiking. And so they wanted to name my brother and I. His name is Bryce, after Bryce Canyon.
Okay.
Something that has to do with nature.
So
I'm Aspen, like the tree.
Okay. Very
well,
cool.
I guess Colorado, too. I mean, I went there this summer.
I was curious. I thought, that's such an unusual name. It's beautiful. So, all right, so wanted to clear that up right away. Well, and I said young. First of all, you're 15 now or just for 14?
I just turned 15.
Just turned 15. Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness. And already what you've done at 15 just blows me away.
Thank you.
Let me just say that. You've done festivals, you've done, the music, you've the people you've worked with, things that you've done already. And it's like, number one, first of all, you must have had, some good work ethic instilled in you. Thanks, Mom and Dad, who are out in the hallway watching us.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was, a part of it. But, and you've gotten involved early on, with your theater and community theater and all that. So, you weren't like a shy little kid that,
No,
nothing to do. Okay,
I never was.
Yeah. Had a feeling. So, but still, at 15, how much you've done. So, when did you actually start? Was there a point in your life that you thought, okay, I need to do this professionally? I mean, I'm going to call you a professional at this point from what you've been doing so far.
Well, I was in the Michigan Opera Theater Children's Chorus for 3 years about, and I really liked opera, but I didn't really think my voice fit with it that well. And the last year, I got a ukulele, and I was like writing songs on my ukulele, and then eventually like my guitar, and I realized, hey, I can write my own music that fits my own voice and my own mood, and I don't have to go a certain path and be what other people want me to be. I can be original in myself.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, and also, why music? I mean, you were in singing and stuff, but you were in theater a lot too as a little kid. I mean, you did a lot of major roles, leading roles, right? If I was looking at through your Instagram, I was like, whoa, wow, she was the little one in Sound of Music.
Gretel,
thank you.
That was my first show.
Okay, and you were little.
Yeah.
How old were you there? Must have been 6, 5, 6?
It was like 6.
Okay. So I'm thinking, wow, and then there were some other roles that you look like you were more of a lead.
Last year I was JoJo in Seussical at my high school. Just a lot of fun.
That seems strange, still in high school. So are you a freshman or junior or sophomore?
I'm a sophomore. I could be a freshman, though. I mean, I have a late birthday.
Okay, so you're doing all these things, the theater. I mean, and curious too, because you were doing so much with the theater. I mean, are you still involved with theater at this point, or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, at what point was like, okay, theater's not going to be my main thing as much as music is? I mean, did you reach that point, or no?
I still like to do theater, but it's more of fun and like hanging out with my friends. But I just got more involved with festivals and stuff on my weekends instead of doing homework and I do homework too at the festivals, but just like doing different stuff that normal kids
right.
do.
Yeah.
I'm be at music festivals.
Okay. kind of just clicked with you. I'm thinking that this is kind of cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do all of your friends think of what you do?
Well, I mean, I talk about it with them a little bit. My friends love to come and support me, but I don't really talk about it that much at school because there aren't so many kids that are into writing their own songs at my school. But when I go to music festivals, I meet kids my age
that's fun.
that also do things like this. And that's more of my friends that are my age that I talk to music about.
Yeah. And I bet you nail it whenever there's a talent show at school, too.
Yeah, I love the talent shows.
Yeah, I would imagine. I just have a feeling. A little dance, a little theater, a little music. It's, all wrapped up into one. So, at what point when you start writing? I mean, most writers just journal from really early on, if that's their craft. And then, it's a lot of poetry and just writing and writing and writing. And then you said at one point, it was like, well, I could be doing this for a living. Was there something that just kind of clicked that said, man, I'm good at this? And hopefully you did say that.
Well, I saw, I'm not sure who it was, but it was a local artist I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a young girl, too. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, hey, she's going out and doing all these cool things. And then Jill Jack and Matt Watroba and May Early Wine and all these artists that are local, I was seeing them and I was like, wow, I really want to do that. And they can make a living off of that. And I don't really have to go into being a doctor, engineering. I can do what I love and what I feel the most passionate about. So it's definitely seeing other musicians.
I think that's half the battle. Yeah. Not necessarily want to use that term, but that's if the passion part of it. If you've got that, which you seem to have, that'll carry you way further than people that are just doing it because they're good at it. Mm-hmm. And I think you've got it. So I would love to hear a song. We're talking about this 15-year-old starlet here, so we may as well hear what she is all about.
All right. This song is called Don't Go.
Okay.
And actually, I just released a single on October 1st. And it's out on Spotify and all the other social media platforms.
Of course.
Yeah. Taking my baby, don't go taking my honeybee. I said don't go taking my baby. I said don't go. I said don't go. I know love comes with tons of fights, but all they do is keep our bond tight. So we'll push through and love each other right. Ooh, oh, oh, and I know love comes with jealousy, but jealousy takes too much of me. I'd rather not share my destiny. Ooh, oh, oh, so don't go taking my baby.
Nice.
Quick little song.
And that's your first single. Is that for the upcoming LP that you're releasing?
Yes.
On that one? Okay. Which is coming out in November or something, you said?
November 18th.
Okay. Awesome. Is it an EP or a full length?
Well, it's 8 songs.
Okay.
About, yeah.
Kind of in between.
I know.
An EP, LP. Which is, when I also, another thing, this is actually your second release, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You're 15, you've got a second release coming out already. When did the first one come out?
It came out last year.
Okay.
Actually, around this time.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a writing machine. That's pretty good. You know, one a year. You must have had a lot in the bank, or you write constantly.
Well, the first one I did, and the music was from about 3 years, but then I started getting to poetry at school, and I started writing more because my school was very big on poetry.
Okay.
And so a lot of my songs on this new album are poetry that I wrote in school.
Okay. Well, it helps you doing your homework and doing what you love. So that works out great. All right. So November, a new one. It's called here? I wrote it down. I'm sure.
Love Each Other Right. That was actually a lyric of the song I just played.
Awesome. And also the guy who produced this for you, is it Dominic Davis?
Yes.
No, yes. Big name. Mm-hmm. Which is another accolade, I guess, is just huge. You've got this big producer. He did things for Willie Nelson, Jack White.
Yeah, he's the bassist of Jack White.
So how did you hook up with this guy?
Well, his wife, Rachel Davis, plays a lot of the music festivals that I play.
Yes.
And I met her through that. And then I met Dominic. And I didn't actually know he was a producer then until a while ago when he was like, yeah, I'm a producer. And so I was like, wait.
We need to talk?
Yes.
Okay.
And it just kind of happened.
Perfect. When you get someone's, a name like that's, produces yours, other people notice that. It's like, this guy produced this girl's album. Okay, let's take a listen. So that helps you in the long run, that he's able to, be part of this record for you. So good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's all done, ready to, going to be released soon, probably getting mixed or mastered at this point.
Yes.
That's got to be a great feeling.
I know. It's really exciting. Can't wait.
Do you like it, do some kind of a, happy dance or a celebration when you get done with an album or something that big?
I just like to perform at more places, and I have kind of more of a spark, I guess. I'm like, okay, you got your confidence level up a little bit more. So.
Fuels the fire, doesn't? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would imagine you're already writing songs for the next one.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, especially with your class, that helps, like you said, with the poetry. So, so do you have a process when you're writing? Even though you're doing some of the poetry for school, but is there a process of how you come up with a theme or just the words on the paper?
Well, I usually like to write songs about an emotion I'm having. So.
You're 15. You have a lot of emotions already?
Definitely. I think it helps being a
15-year-old girl.
teenager.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But if I'm sad, I'll write a song about it. Mm-hmm. Or if I'm frustrated, I'll write a song about it. Also, events that really strike me. Sometimes, some of my songs come up in my dreams. And just recently, it was like a song in one of my dreams, and I was like, oh, I'll write that down.
Just like that?
Yeah.
What did you eat the night before is the question. or what were you watching on TV or something? That's what a lot of dreams are sparked through, in something that you thought of that day, or, just a glimpse of something,
Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't really know how it happened.
Huh. Yeah. But you got it down. You got a song.
Yeah, I did.
It's all that matters. Yeah, and so many times, especially with dreams, if you don't write it down right away,
then
it's
goes.
gone.
Yeah, I recently watched this video on lucid dreaming and all this other things with dreams, and I forgot my dreams for 4 years, I didn't really care about them, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll keep a dream journal. And then, so whenever I wake up and I remember my dream, I'm like, let me write this down. It's kind of fun. So.
Kind of fun, yeah. And there's probably some little gems in there, to spark another idea for a song. A dream journal. That's a good idea. I've heard of gratitude journals and journals, but dream journal, that's an interesting one. Especially when it's like, God, I had a great dream last night. What was that about? I don't remember now. Should have written it down. Darn. Do you find you write things down all the time, or there's a lot of people do things on their phones,
notes on.
Yeah. Are you constantly doing that as well?
Not that much, but whenever I'll hear someone say something like really interesting, I'll write it down. I'm like, one of my friends was like, oh my goodness, yellow jackets in the rain. And I was like, oh. And I wrote it down. Yeah. It's like a metaphor.
That's so unusual.
It was really unusual.
I mean, were there actually yellow jackets when it was raining or something? You mean yellow jackets that people were wearing?
Not yellow jackets. It was
the bees. The bee. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was at a festival, and there was tons of bees out.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You can come up with an interesting song with that. Yeah. Kind of, the metaphor. I mean, the two things, the wearing the yellow jacket, the yellow raincoat, or the yellow jacket. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be standing here writing a song because I'm certainly not going to do that. But yeah, interesting how songs will just, boing, something in your head just pops in. You just never know. Yeah. And you never know. So you've only started recently doing that, you're saying, just writing things down since you started the Dream Journal?
I would say like a year ago, maybe.
Okay. Well, you're still young. Still a long way to go to write stuff. How does it work with you and school? You said you're a sophomore, and when we were just talking about the note. What do you call that again? The phone, the note, song note, voice note on your phone. Okay,
I just do notes.
Oh, okay. There's a note. There's an app. Other artists have said and cannot remember what it is. It'll come to me in a minute. But I was thinking when you were saying that, I was thinking, here's your teacher, it's like, oh, she's writing some lyrics down again. Just ignore it, I mean, I would assume they know what you do. It's you're, actually out touring, and doing the festivals and things like that. So do you think do your teachers know that, first of all?
Some of them do. Like, some of them are really supportive. Others are kind of just like, okay, now get your schoolwork done. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yes, definitely.
Do you see yourself, you got a couple more years for school and stuff, what happens once you are done with high school? Do you plan to going to college and music college, or have you thought of that?
I definitely want to take a gap year and do touring. I love to travel, so it'd be fun. I'd take my dad along. He'd be like my roadie. My dad would be my roadie, but I would definitely want to take a gap year, and then I'm not really sure. I may want to go to kind of a small college and just see what happens. Maybe I'll do. I'm not even sure if I really want to do songwriting, because usually with songwriting in colleges, well, at least I've heard that they usually do stuff to make it a hit song, and sometimes the hit songs in pop aren't what I really want to go for.
Yeah.
So I may do like guitar or English.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good though. Take a gap, just to kind of experience it a little more.
And I'm so young. I'm this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, lots of time.
Yeah, I do. Hopefully.
Interesting. You said the pop, because it was more of the folk that you were more started out with, more gearing your voice and your songs towards, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you mentioned Matt Wetruba and Jill. Those are both folk artists. Mm-hmm. So inspiration for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jill's a great mentor. I'm sure she can.
She is.
She dreams big, as we'll say. Dreams big. Just had a thought and lost it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just drew a blank there. It'll come to me. I'm so sorry. What was I thinking? Oh, inspiration. And I just looked down at my notes. I saw on your Instagram an Aretha picture, and it was like, my inspiration, which is, soul and Motown and R&B, which is a little different than what you're doing. But I suppose she can still inspire people.
My music is all over the place. I don't really know what exactly influences it, but I listen to so much different music, from a little rap to metal. Sometimes my rock band makes me listen to metal. I'm like, oh, nice, the vocal cords, yep. Or like folk, or
Well, you're still, at the, being at this age, you can still experiment too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have to be stuck into, a specific genre. Go out and just have fun with different things. The way I look at it is, try it out. Never know. First of all, you don't know who's listening, and if you have the chops to do different types of things, experiment a little bit. I would think that would be, in your, to help you, not to hinder it.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun to experiment.
Yeah. How about we hear another song?
Sure.
Okay. Is this another one from the upcoming album?
Actually, this one will probably be on my next album.
Okay, the third one.
Yeah, I haven't really been planning that, but I guess.
Hey, think ahead. What the heck?
Mm-hmm. This one's called Trust. And gotta get my strap on. But I kind of wrote it on like a relationship between a friend and I. But as I started to write it, I realized that it was kind of a note to myself. And telling myself that I must trust in myself and trust my own intuition. And sometimes songs can do that. And that's what I like about songwriting, is because you get to know more about yourself than other people. We are nothing without trust. Hold me closer if you must. Shadows of the past, they hurt. Wish I could take them back, but it wouldn't work. And my heart is shedding away all the layers of this love. And my heart is drifting away. I let the waves carry me out. Honey, don't contradict yourself. When I talked to you last night, I could see that pain in your olive eyes. And I won't be mad at you. Oh, I just want to see the real you. And my heart is shedding away all the layers of this love. And my heart is drifting away. I let the waves carry me out. Oh, honey, don't contradict yourself. Honey, don't contradict yourself.
advice. Trust. On the third album coming out next year when she's 16. Oh my goodness.
Year after, I don't know.
You mentioned the rock bands. You did, or I don't know if you still do, the Michigan Rock School, is that correct?
Yes, in Milford.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Michigan Rock School and how much they inspire kids that are younger than us and our age to do music and just get involved.
It's like a school of rock kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But different, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, and I know of a couple of them, and you play an instrument and you're part of a band and you go out and perform. Is that correct? Or no? Yeah. Very cool. You just kind of get experience of being in a band. So are you the lead singer or do you play guitar? What do you do in that band?
I sometimes play guitar. I'll play bass a lot. And I'll do lead singing.
Lead singing.
So.
Very cool. What's the name of it?
Red Couch.
Where'd you come up with that name?
Well, we were in our practice room and no one could agree on a name. And so I looked out through the window and I saw a red couch and I was like, okay, it's Red Couch. Like, we have to stop talking about this. It's already been an hour. And then everyone's like, oh, Red Couch. Okay.
Done.
Yeah. So it just stuck.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how often do you guys get to go out and perform?
A little bit. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing. I'm actually trying to get them to do some more original music.
Oh.
But right now we mostly do covers, Jimi Hendrix and Sweet Child of Mine. Ooh.
Okay, I'm trying to vision you singing Jimmy. Interesting.
It's different.
Okay.
It definitely takes me out of my comfort zone. And I'm all dancing and
let
stuff.
loose.
Yes.
Your your alter ego or whatever, you're just like a whole nother person.
Well, I feel like it's just I never feel like I turn into someone else. Like some people go on stage and they're a totally different person. I'm like, oh, interesting. But when I go on stage, I like to feel like I'm taking like a part of me and amplifying it and just being more free.
So when people see you on stage, they see the real Aspen.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah, that's interesting because a lot of artists do that. They just like get in a zone of somebody else to perform.
Yeah, but that's why I like songwriting so much is because you're really putting yourself out there and it's such a vulnerable topic to talk about yourself and your personal life or share someone else's personal life through your music and you're basically displaying yourself out here for the world. So why not just give them everything that you are?
Yeah. No sense hiding behind who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, through your music.
Yeah.
I am what I am. Here I am.
Yes. Yes.
Take it or leave it, people. Very cool. So I'm going to jump to the Pam exam here. Some random questions. I pulled some out that would be not appropriate for a 15-year-old. So, do you have a little quirk of some sort?
A quirk?
Yeah.
I like to sing. Like, kind of, I'll be like humming along, and everyone is like, "Who is humming?"
You mean like out and open, like
yes,
in a store or something like that? Okay.
And I don't even realize it. Just
just happens.
I know. Yeah.
That's a musician for you. I've heard that one before. Best advice ever given to you?
It would be like about forgiveness. I forgot their exact words. I think it was my mom that said it. But most people say forgive, but don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
But she said something like pretend to forget, but like be cautious. Be cautious.
Okay.
So I guess it's kind of the same thing. But,
okay. We already answered it. Do you have a favorite food and beverage of choice?
I really like creme brulee a lot. I just like the smooth, and then the crunchy on the top.
Okay. I was not expecting that answer. Okay.
I like to watch like all the the Food Networks.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you like to cook then?
Um,
Or just watch them?
We recently just got a new kitchen, so I haven't been in the kitchen as much because I don't really know how to work the new oven. But
Okay.
I usually get my mom to help me do it. I'll be like, okay, here's the menu. Can you do it? You're a really good cook. And I kind of just sit back. I'm the eater, not the cooker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we need those people too. So, do you have a favorite food that, I mean, besides the creme brulee, I mean, something that you'll pull out a menu of something that you would like to cook,
Oh.
even though your mom's going to help you?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
All right. If you have a half or full day to kill in Metro Detroit, what would you do?
I would probably go ice skating. I always see the huge ice skating rink, and I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
So I would go there, and there's tons of delicious food around here. Probably go to Greektown.
Mm-hmm. Opa.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize we have this fabulous Campus Martius ice rink here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's not ice yet, but will be soon. And it's actually, it's actually bigger than in New York Rockefeller
That's
Center.
what I heard, yeah.
Ours is bigger than New York's. I'll just put that out there. No, it's a big ice rink. It's amazing. You don't realize till you're actually like standing right next to it or on it how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great gem we have down here, downtown Detroit. You kind of answered this, but I'll just ask it to be more clear. Is there a song, a person, or an event that inspired you to go into the music business?
I wouldn't say there's like a specific song or event, but it was mostly just, again, seeing other artists doing it, and yeah.
Sometimes it's subconscious too. You just don't realize it. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I would say to fly, but I feel like that's so ordinary, but I really would like to fly.
With guitar strapped to your back, here we go.
I'd just be like clutching my guitar.
Yeah.
Don't fall.
Fly would be, I always thought it would be cool just to be, just to soar,
Yeah.
If there's such a thing as reincarnation, an eagle would be cool because you just can fly high and just soar over everything.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good one.
Different perspective.
Yes. Oh,
to see the
absolutely.
world.
This is a fill in the blank. I'm really good at blank. I'm really bad at blank.
I'm really good at being math. Like, I'm really good at math.
Uh-huh.
I'd say I'm really bad at Spanish. I mean,
You have to take a language at school.
Yeah. I have school on my mind today because I was doing my Spanish homework in the car.
Ah.
So I guess I just...
A lot of times you don't think about it. It's like, she's still in high school. She's still got to do her homework and, got to remember those days. But yeah, it's like you can't forget about that because obviously you need to graduate, and, pass all your classes and stuff. Yeah.
I mostly enjoy school, though. I'm not sure if it's because of my friends and the teachers or the actual, learning aspect, but I do enjoy it.
You want to give a shout out? What school do you go to?
It's called International Academy. It's public still, but you have to test to get in. It is like the International Baccalaureate kind of program.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I basically have enough credits to graduate sophomore year if I take a class in the summer. But
seriously?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that? Graduate early and be done?
Sometimes I'll dream about doing it, but I would really love to go to prom and do all the. I'm still a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it now.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse than you go 10 years from now and go, gosh, I wish I would have been able to do those things
and cherish
yeah.
being a child.
Plus, all those experiences could mean more songs that you can write too. So you don't want to lose that part of it, right? Yeah, you don't want to give up those things for sure. But great, that's awesome that you can graduate already. So, wow, impressive. Good student. What do you hear of or think of when you hear the word
being happy and looking at other people and seeing what path they're on and saying, this is my path and I'm going to be the best person I can be and who I believe is the best person of me, and just like be confident, be yourself, and kind of forget about other people and their paths and just try to go on yours.
You got a good head on your shoulders, girl. Now, when you're in the rock band, of course, with the Michigan Rock School, but when you do all your festivals and everything, it's just you and your guitar, correct?
Yes. Sometimes I'll have my life instructor and my mandolin teacher and slide guitar kind of teacher, Bruce Lang, come up and he'll do some songs with me on the mandolin.
Oh, okay.
That's always a treat. Or sometimes I'll call up someone that I meet there and I'm like, okay, you want to do this song with me? So, yeah. I mean, it's mostly just me and my guitar, though.
Okay. Solo artist, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I asked that because this next question is, if you could have any one person in your band or to collaborate with, who would that be? And they could be dead or alive at this point. Maybe for the singing or the songwriting or the instrument playing.
I want to say Vance Joy.
Oh.
I really like his voice.
And he's got a lot of, nice, peppy, fun songs.
I know.
That would be fun, yeah. That would be.
Write some hits and get out there.
All right, send him some of your stuff. Tag him on this video. No, that would be fun. Yeah, he would be. He'd seem like a good person to work with. Yeah. Sunshine. He always uses sunshine, that kind of stuff in his songs. So, all right. Well, what puts you in your happy place?
Being with family, mostly like extended family, and hanging out with children. I like younger than me. I'm still a child, but younger than me because they're just really interesting. I usually don't have much time to babysit, but there's this one family I babysit for, and the last time I went over, we played Barbies for like an hour and a half. And,
Okay.
But it was like,
okay.
I could be really, really young again. It was fun. It was cute.
A lot of times, the older people would say, I would love to go back in my youth and blah, blah, blah. You're only 15 and you're already saying, I'd like younger.
I think it's just a thing with people.
That cracks me up.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So are you an only sibling or only child? Do you have more siblings?
I have an older brother, Bryce. He's in college now.
You mentioned Bryce, so it's just the two of you then?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in college now.
Oh.
Sometimes I'll FaceTime him. I'm like, help me with my physics homework. But
is he into music as well? Play music?
He plays piano. He's actually really good at piano.
Okay.
But he's doing like computer engineering at OU. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. Finish this sentence. I wish I could blank.
I wish I could. I kind of want to say I wish I could go back to kindergarten, like again, because I don't know.
Are you into naps and cookies and milk or something?
Yes, and I could just like. I feel like when you're in kindergarten, then you can just go like, "Hey, do you want to be my friend?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And you just spend a day with like no cares.
Okay.
Yeah, but then again, I wouldn't know like how to perform and do music, and so maybe.
Okay. Had a thought, but I'm going to pass on that one. Cat or dog?
I want to say cat, but I just got a dog, so I'm sorry, Banjo. That's my dog's name.
All right. And what is your favorite non-music pastime?
Non-music pastime. I would say watching people, but I guess that has to do with me.
Watching people?
No, not like that. But watching people do music. But
okay.
That's still music. Hanging out with friends.
Like going to concerts and...
Yeah. Or just going to a movie theater and watching a movie. Or
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, sometimes we have to remember you're still, you're 15, so, and I don't mean to keep saying that, but, you still have so many things that a normal teenager would do, and you want to be able to go out and enjoy those kinds of things. And, I wouldn't say you're a kid, you're a teen, but still, the kid stuff.
Yeah.
Don't grow up so fast, kind of
but
thing.
I like having like a balance between music and like my passion and school and work and hanging out with my friends. But sometimes like music, like my passion and friends can go along because I hang out with them a lot at music festivals.
So you have a job too?
Music.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Okay, that work, kind of work.
Yeah.
So how do you find a good balance between all these things? That's homework takes up a lot of time, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Homework when I was going to school and homework now is way different. It's like they pile it on from what I'm hearing.
It is, especially at the high school I go to, since it's such a
higher,
rigorous, high school.
Notch up, a couple notches up. So, yeah. So how do you balance all that and keep track and, and make sure you're doing good in all these different things?
Well, when I was younger, I used to be a perfectionist, and everyone had to be, everything and like all my schoolwork and this essay had to be exact, and I would spend all these hours on it, and I would be like, this hook isn't right, and I like change the hook tons of times. But now, I guess at my new high school, I'm kind of learning to say enough is enough. You did what you could do, and like sometimes, you just have to recognize that you're enough, and not spend so much time on it. And I'll take breaks sometimes from my homework and go play some music.
That's your release, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And a lot of times, done is better than perfect with a lot of things. And if you can always go back to it, tweak it some more if you need to. But yeah, how about we get another song in?
All right.
Aspen, that'd be great.
This next one is another one off of my new album, Love Each Other Right.
Okay. Which will be coming out in November.
Yep, November 18th.
Is that your CD release date?
My CD release is in Milford, the Shack in Milford, November 15th.
Oh, okay.
At 7 o'clock.
Okay.
You can get tickets on my website.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Here is Georgia Boy, based on a true event.
Based on the what?
True event.
Okay.
We met in the springtime on a boat in the Caribbean Sea. I would dance in the moonlight, but it felt a little cliche to me. And I don't want to break his heart, should have stopped it from the very start. Now it's my scar to bear. Georgia boy, please don't cry. It breaks my heart to see it, I won't lie. Oh, save your love for someone else tonight. I ain't worth the fight. Oh, it ain't right. And we'd climb the rocks at sunset, and you would always hold my hand when face. I'm sorry, didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry, I did the best a stupid girl like me could do. Georgia boy, please don't cry. Breaks my heart to see that I won't lie. Oh, save your love for someone else tonight. I ain't worth the fight. Oh, it ain't right.
Nice. True, based on a true story.
Yes.
Interesting.
Spring break.
Interesting. Wanted to mention your America's Got Talent audition because they just got done, with the big finale.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your audition will be for the next season, or when did this happen?
Oh, I just did I think I got a front of the line pass through some news station.
Okay.
I just stopped by and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do it. They had like a few rounds that I went through. It was like I don't know.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So was it for the season that just ended or
No.
season coming up?
No. I'm not even sure. It was just
Okay.
like an open call audition thing that I
Okay.
did. I was like, I have nothing else
So
to
you
do
don't even
that
know if
day.
you're coming back to be on America's Got Talent.
I'm guessing not. I mean,
Okay. We'll wait and see. And I wanted you. I would love for you to explain this a little more. And I want to hear from your own words. I don't know what social media this was on of yours, but you wrote down that you believe music can heal the world. And I'm just curious, your thought on that and how you see that happening.
well, from a young age, I did music as kind of like a therapy for me, because it was kind of like my journal or my diary, to write down my emotions, and it kind of helped me. It was like a coping mechanism,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that it can help other people. You always see people in the world going through all these like traumatic experiences, and I feel like it would help them a lot if they sat down and wrote poetry or wrote a song about it, just to accept that happened and take out their pain or their happiness, and
Okay.
write about it, or listen to someone writing a song, or listen to a song
Mm-hmm.
and be like, wow, I relate to that, and kind of as a safe place to go and listen and get those emotions out so they aren't trapped inside of you.
Music is universal, and everybody's songs touch somebody in some way, or can relate to a song in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting that you also put it on the other side of actually writing it down as if you were writing a song.
Yes, and actually, I'm working with Hospice of Michigan,
Hmm.
and they are big on music therapy
Okay.
and pet therapy and helping patients at the end of their life.
What do you do with them? I mean,
Well,
how are you helping with them?
I'm giving my proceeds from this new CD, and my last CD, I actually gave a portion of my proceeds to Hospice of Michigan.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's usually you have some kind of connection to to something that you donate to or whatever, and
Yeah.
Is that how you connected with hospice?
Mm-hmm. My grandpa passed away in April.
Okay.
And so Hospice of Michigan really helped us a lot. And I just wanted to give other families the opportunity, since especially Hospice of Michigan
Yeah.
is all like donation based, and no matter the financial background or their diagnosis or age, they want to give the best quality of life to a person.
Yeah, it's a great foundation and everything. So, well, kudos to you. That's amazing. Gosh, add another thing to your your plate there and helping out. So, want to make sure. And you also mentioned the CD release party where you're at the Shack in Milford.
The Shack in Milford.
Is that right on the main street? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
You can find it. So, and this is November 15th, you said?
November 15th.
Okay.
And then my album comes out on November 18th.
Okay.
On all the platforms.
Awesome. Yeah. And you have a website or no?
Yes. It's Aspen Jacobsen, Jacobsen spelled SEN .com.
Okay.
So, yeah. Or you can just search up my name and it'll pop right up.
Yeah, not too many Aspens out there.
Nope.
Especially, you're not looking for a tree or a Colorado. So, yeah, easy to find. So I want to thank you for coming in and playing your music. Sounds great.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Sorry. Thanks to all the teachers out there to let you skip today. Appreciate that. Give her an A for today. She did great. It's fantastic stuff. So kudos to you and good luck with everything. I mean, obviously you've got a good head on your shoulders and you know direction you're trying to go to and your path, what you want to do and everything. So, not too many 15-year-olds know that. So that says a lot, about what you're at and what you're all about. So
thank you.
Good stuff. So buy her music and go watch her live. And you've got other things. I saw there were some other things listed on your site of where you're playing. So good chances to see her live and hear her music. So again, thanks to all of you out there in social media world watching us today live on Facebook. Do appreciate that. And we'll do it again next time from these beautiful MusicTown studios here on the second floor of Hockeytown, downtown Detroit. And until then, I'm Pam Rossi. Have a great week.